Fellas, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to break it to you this way, but women do cheat on alpha males too. Yes, they do. But first, before I get into that real quick, jump on the Patreon. Link is in the description or the bio. Best game on the internet, hands down. But let's get into it. Women cheat on alpha males, fellas. I know you guys think that you get you some muscles, you get you some muscles, you become alpha, and you got the game figured out. Game is over. The bitches is just gonna be on your job forever. You're gonna have them forever, and that's how you get their souls. Don't really work like that. Does being a certain type of male attract women and turn them on sexually? Of course, but you need a lot more than that. There's a lot more moving pieces, and that's a lot of you guys fail to realize that. And I'm learning and I'm seeing that you guys are making huge mistakes. Let me give you an example, right? When I was younger, about 18 or 19 years old, I had this girl, very submissive, very cooperative, would do anything that I said, right? Anything that I told her to do. Most of my chicks was like this, but this one in particular is where I learned a lesson, right? You know, it would be times where, because when I was 18 and 19, I lived with roommates, right? Like four other guys. And we shared a house, like a 5 bedroom house. And, she would want to see me. And I would, when she called me, I would say, hey, well, if you want to come see me, you got to bring all of us Taco Bell, or you got to bring all of us McDonald's and, or, Chick-fil-A or whatever, and bring some alcohol and bring me my cigarettes. Cause I used to smoke cigarettes back in the days. And she would do it. She would bring the whole house. She would bring the whole house food, all my homies food. And they didn't understand how I was able to do that. She would also like, when like Jordans would come out, she would give me, she would go buy all of the Jordans for me. And back then you had to stand in line. There was no apps. You had to literally go stand in line, for hours. She would every pair, the number 12 Jordans were out this year when I was dating her. The number 12 Jordans was re-released, and every single pair of them. She would go stand in line to get them. This was this type of chick. Break me off her paychecks. Give me a lot. Cause she stayed with her mom. She didn't have bills like that. And she had a decent job for back then. And she would break me off her checks and all type of shit. I had this type of girl on my team, right? She called me one day. And she said, "Hey, listen, Dre, I can't really do this no more. I can't. I'm done. Right? Out of nowhere, I left field. She called and she was like, you know what? I'm done. And this was after Christmas. She had bought me the new Xbox, the Xbox that came out. She had bought me the Xbox. So this was a couple months after Christmas. Say, Dre, I can't do this no more. So I'm like, damn, what you mean? What's going on? She was like, yeah, I've been seeing this guy for like the past, 3, 4 months. So I'm like, damn, you was cheating on me. She was like, yeah, it is what it is, but we got to end this because I'm going to go over, to this other guy. I'm going to go try this out over here. I was devastated. Of course, I didn't let her see me sweat, but I was like, God damn, what happened? Right? Like, I don't know. Like, I had her soul. What fucking happened? And looking back on that, what happened was I didn't meet her needs. See, just because you have sexual excitement, just because you're an alpha male, just because you have sexual energy, that isn't enough to keep a woman engaged and interested in you, especially long term. They have needs too. And if you don't fulfill those needs, they have needs outside of just sexual needs. And you have to be able to fulfill those needs. And a lot of the times they're not going to sacrifice forever. They have validations and needs outside of sex. Sex is just a small portion of the whole moving piece. You understand what I'm saying? And at the time, I didn't understand that, nor did I care to understand that back then. And I actually lost a lot of women like that by not, giving them a return on their investments, which I'll get into it in a second. But you guys have to understand that, again, women have needs and you have to fulfill their needs. That's why they with you, right? It's cool to make them invest and be sexually exciting and shit. But, if you're not giving them what they need, they'll deal with it at first for a few months to a year. But after a while, they start getting, they start getting wise and they start waking up. And nowadays, it don't take them that long to wake up because they have all type of options and sexual access and guys hitting on them all left and right. Back in the day, we didn't have all of this social media shit, right? So it's you could string a woman along a lot further, right? For a lot longer. But nowadays, you got to be specifically, especially you have to be on top of your game and being able to maintain your shit, right? Because Women are very, like I said, they got a lot of options now. So they had options back then, but the options now, they just have access to it. They don't have to do much to get access to the options, right? So you guys need to understand that you have to have balance, right? Just like a super beta male is not going to keep a woman around, right? She may get with the man because he can take care of her, but after a while, and she may even be content for a while, but because he can take care of her emotional needs, he can take care of her financially. She may get with this beta male and be content and comfortable for a while. But this beta male lacks the things to give her her sexual needs and her sexual desires and to make her feel, a certain way. This guy doesn't have that. So over time, she'll start to get tired of it and she'll start to want to have her needs fulfilled. The same thing is true on the other foot with the super alpha male guys, like how I was when I was younger. They would get the sexual excitement, oh, the bad guy, whole vibe and all that shit. But the other part of their needs, they don't get those other part of their needs that they need. They don't get those needs met. And so they get tired of that shit and they'll move on from you. An alpha male, and they'll cheat on you a lot of the times. You understand what I'm saying? They'll cheat on you a lot of the times, or they'll leave you for somebody else. This is how alpha males, get cheated on and lose their girls. It happens to alpha males too. The key, the key is balance. You understand what I'm saying? The key is balance. And the like I said earlier, you guys have to understand how and learn how to give a woman a return on her investment. I did a live stream I did a live stream maybe a few weeks ago, probably a month at this point, where I was talking about my top dating mistakes, right? My top mistakes that I made in the dating game. And I believe my top one was not learning how to give women a return on their investment, right? My thing was all about getting them invested to chase and chase and chase, right? But I didn't know, and I didn't even care to know until I started getting into around my mid 20s, was that when women are submitting to you and they're doing everything for you and they're doing all this shit, they're not just doing it out of the goodness of their heart. Women are submitting to you for a reason. They want something from you. They want you to lead them. They want you to provide them something. This is why they succumb to to who you are in order to get this. And after a while, when they're not getting this, they start to wake up and say, hey, what am I doing this for? I'm giving myself, I'm doing all of this shit for this guy, and I'm literally getting nothing out of this but dick and a headache, right? And after a while, the dick ain't gonna, it's not enough to keep them, long term. So what they start to do is they start to get tired. So they start coming to you and you on your alpha male player shit, you don't want to hear it and you keep shutting them out and shutting them out. And then it's arguments and it's fights because you're not trying to hear that. And eventually they'll leave your ass. You have to learn how to give women a return on their investment. I tell you guys all the time, keep them invested. Make sure you do things so they can invest their time, their energy, their money, make sacrifices for you. They're doing it, but they don't do it because they're just charitable people. They're doing this for a reason. They want something from you, and this is their way of getting it, right? And when you provide when you provide what they want and they provide you what you want, this is balance. This is an even exchange. There's no exploitation. But when a chick is just investing, and you're not giving her a return on that investment, that's called exploitation. And there's only so long a woman will let you exploit her. You understand what I'm saying? So that was one of the main things that I learned in this game, is that in order to keep a chick going, you have to give her a return on her investment, right? You have to give her what she's looking for, but you have to do this in a way that they don't take advantage of you. You understand what I'm saying? You have to do this in a way that they don't take you for granted and just think that, and they don't appreciate it. There's a way that you do this, but you have to do it right. So always understand that. Alpha males get cheated on too, and this is the main reason. This is the main way that they get cheated on. You guys think that, like I said, you go in the gym and do muscles, and now you got energy, and you develop this alpha energy, and you think the game is over, and then women just gonna be on your job for good. Don't work like that, my man. You have to give women a return on their investment. If you don't, they'll wise up and they'll cheat on you or they'll leave you. A woman is going to she's going to get her needs met one way or the other. I'm telling you, just like you're an alpha guy who's about something, you love yourself and you value yourself. You're not going to let women be in your life without meeting your needs. You understand what I'm saying? And you're not gonna really sacrifice too long if your needs, if the major needs that you have are not being met. And the same goes true for women. Women, everybody's around them telling them they the shit. The guys in their inbox, their parents, they support groups, commercials, girl you the queen, and all this shit. So now more than ever, they know that they starting to understand their value or what they think their value is. And a lot of the times they're not just gonna let you exploit them, right? Even back then, they wouldn't let you exploit them, but you were able to hold out a lot longer than you are able to now. You understand? So guys, remember that. Just being alpha male ain't gonna save you from the game. Being super beta ain't gonna save you from the game. You have to be balanced, and you have to learn how to give a woman a return on her investment to keep her going. If you took your money somewhere, right, you wouldn't keep investing your money and you wasn't getting a return on it. You understand what I'm saying? When you invest your money, they give you 10% every month or 10% per year, whatever. This keeps you going. This keeps you investing. You're seeing your money come back. You can see it. When women can't see their investment and you're not giving them what they need to keep going, they're gonna get tired of you. But anyway, fellas, I went on long enough. This is your gracious game advisor, fellas. If you like the video, you found the video of value, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell that we can get this good player shit fresh off the press. Go jump on the Patreon right now. $5 a month. We start at $5 a month. And it's the best game on the internet, hands down. I'm telling you. So go jump on that. The link is in the description or in the bio, wherever you see this at. Also, if you need coaching, fellas, listen. If you need coaching, book me. I can change your life. I promise you. If you take my advice, if you listen to the things that I say and you implement them, I can guarantee you your life will change for the better. Your dating life and your life overall will become better, and you'll become more successful, and you'll be able to do the things that you wanted to do, especially with women. I'm pretty much, you know, the king in any area, whether you want to get your ex back, you want to just bag more chicks, you want to sustain your relationships, whatever you want to do, I got you. So go to my website right now, kingdreism.com, and book me for a one-on-one game session, a one-on-one consultation, and I got you, I promise you. Also, go get both of my courses, Attraction 101. This is the foundation to your game. Go get that. The link is in the description or in the bio, or go and go get not or and go get How to Make a Woman Fall in Love with You and Obsess Over You. This is the glue that's gonna keep your shit strong. Your situations, your relations, your relationships, your marriages. This is the glue that holds it together, the game in this. So go get that. But anyway, fellas, this is none other than your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. I'm gone.